And it's also taught me to just be so much kinder to people, you know, because I'm just like, shame.
You're so crazy for that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Genesis, Wholeness, Wellness. I am your co-host, Ginger in real life, but of course, I am not alone. I am
Dolutsando Matunsela.
and we are
The girls.
I mean, let's say Cinnamon
Cinnamon.
See, in today,
Cinnamon,
we are the
cinnamon.
Canadians with the Canadian talks. Today, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at _Genesis Wholeness Wellness. Follow me on Instagram at Ginger in real life. Nolu, where can people find you?
_Ansela.
And that's on period. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to our channel.
If you haven't subscribed, subscribe.
If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. Now.
This is your sign. Now.
Subscribe right now, guys. What the heck? Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are talking about my favorite topic
Ever. This is Ginger favorite topic.
This is my favorite topic ever. Ngoba nje I champion friendship. Today we're going to speak about the impact of our friendship, or the impact that our friendship has had on us. Wow, Singakala, but before we get started and we start talking about my points and stuff like that, I just want to say this is the best friendship I've ever had. Like, in my whole entire life, this is the best, most fulfilling, most loving, most yazini. Angazi nokuthi ngathini, but this is the best friendship I've ever had. I've been close to other people and I've had friendships obviously before you. I've had friendships during you. But I don't think I've ever gotten this deep or to this level of depth with a friend, right? And I was just explaining also, I know I always say my sister, but my sister.
Of course, duh.
In a conversation that my sister and I were having like a while back, totally unrelated to this. But we were talking about, having butterflies and stuff in a relationship and whatever. And I remember just telling her, which hasn't it like, or rather for someone who's been in a long-term relationship, I'm of the opinion that the butterflies come and go, or they fade, or whatever. And the butterflies are not what sustains a relationship, especially if they are what starts the relationship. But as someone who's been in a long-term relationship, I can say, Wuti, like the love is on such a deep level, because this person quite literally knows you inside and out. And even though you can never really know a person fully, right? Because
100%.
people are constantly developing, constantly changing and stuff like that. But this person knows things about you that are the ugliest parts of you, and they still pick you, you know? And I think this is the first time in my life that I've ever gotten to experience that in a platonic sense,
kind of way,
right? And I'm always so scared of saying I'm so in love with you, because I feel like people will say I'm a lesbian.
Well, I'm so in love with you, Tim.
But I'm
so in love with you.
It makes me so
sick.
I am so incredibly in love with you and our friendship. Like, it's thebomb.com.
Thebomb.com.
Yeah, like, it's just so great and amazing. And
yazi ayikho nje into engingayisho enginga-eda ne
angazi nokuthi ngathi
angazi nje nokuthi ngathini ne except man, I love you. Like
Uthando. I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm gonna open my notes. Phela kuhlala kunama notes lana ukuthi nje singanibhori silibele sikhuluma 50 minutes. Anyway, so point number one, we once shot an episode on...
Before we even, can I
Right.
say this verse?
Go.
Yeah.
Hit it.
Since we're talking about friendship,
Yeah.
I have here Ecclesiastes 4. Sorry if I can't pronounce that.
Ecclesiastes, baby.
Ecclesiastes 4.
Yeah.
Verse, I'll read 9 to 12.
Yeah.
Right? It reads as follows. 2 people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But if someone who fails alone is in real trouble.
True.
Likewise, 2 people lying close together can
Keep each other warm.
yeah,
Azzy.
can cut that part.
Yeah.
Cut that part. Verse 12.
Yeah.
A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated.
Yeah.
But 2 can stand back to back and conquer. 3, even better. For a triple braided cord is not easily broken.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that.
I love that. And that's your favorite thing to say recently. 2 brains are better than one. 2 hearts are better than one.
2 brains
2 is better than one is your favorite thing to say recently. And I'm just like, 2
brains are better than one.
You've said that to me almost every single
day,
time.
probably even this week.
Every single time you'll find a way to squeeze it in there. You know, 2 is always better than 1. 2 is always better than 1. You're so silly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my first points, right?
Yeah.
We shot an episode on grief that never aired.
Yeah.
But in that episode, I spoke about how I lost my best friend when we were in grade 11. You know, so sad. But that friendship was, I would say, a pivotal friendship for me because I learned how to be a friend. You know, in that friendship, like we were friends since we were like kids. But you know, we had done all of the things like satrapana, sazondana, satandana. We've lived together, not lived together. Slale a whole year singakhulumisani, bese sesiyakhulumisana. Like that friendship had been through everything, you know. And when my friend passed away, it was so difficult for me to reconcile because I just felt like we had been through so much. Like, and we're literally kids, mind you. But I just felt like we had been through so much. And now to start over is the maddest thing ever, you know? And imagine, we start over. And Nabanye, they have their best friends they've been with since childhood or whatever, you know? Or you find people who are also in search of a best friend, but you're not quite clicking, or you click for a certain period of time and then people tend to change as we grow up and mature and stuff like that. It's okay, we're not heading in the same direction and whatever. So what I wanted to say about that is that I think from that point of losing my friend, I was in a state of searching to not only have friendship, because I feel like I've always had friendship.
You've always had friendship, yes.
But to find that same connection of, I feel like this is my person.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Leon, this is my person.
This lo God, you thought of me when you were making this person, right? And towards obviously like heading into adulthood and stuff, like we are bro, like you're learning brand new things every day. You gotta pay bills. Like it's so crazy that you know, we were actually speaking about this just yesterday, or I think 2 days ago, when I was saying people go through all of these crazy changes all at once and they don't have friendship or they don't have God. And it's with me like kanjani. That is so insane. That is so insane. That is immense pressure that I know I could never
be able to.
I could
we even
never
went as
take
far
that.
as saying, I remember the conversation. We even went as far as saying, I would unalive myself.
Like I don't think,
and like to a certain degree we understand.
Absolutely, and I don't even take unaliving like lightly.
Lightly.
I don't
Not
take
at
it
all.
lightly.
Not at all.
But like the amount of pressure that life puts on a person, you cannot carry it by yourself.
Absolutely
In the
not.
famous words of God and Nolutando, 2 is always better than 1. You need people to help you carry that load, right? And so to have found you when you were here all along, which is just mad. And for us to have grown as close as we have grown is so insane
It's
to
so
me.
insane.
And I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful,
I don't know
dude.
what it was that said, okay, now send me on.
Yeah.
But whatever it was, I'm so incredibly grateful that it happened. And the fact that it happened the way that it happened,
did,
right?
yeah.
I've grown immensely being your friend. Like I always say, and I've said this in a previous episode, even boundaries or whatever,
Yeah.
where I was like, I don't like physical touch.
Yeah.
I don't like physical affection.
And actually, now when you say that,
Yeah.
I actually remember when I had begun introducing you or dosing you.
Not introducing me. Are you mad? Are you crazy?
Remember, like when I was introducing
It's so crazy.
to you, and you would just be like, "Oh my gosh, no! Oh my gosh, no! Don't hug me! I don't like touching." And then obviously, I kept hugging you.
Yeah.
Didn't stop.
Yeah.
And I kind of saw like we could see you actually warming up to it, and not in a way like a forceful way.
Yes.
I was just to let you
Yeah.
as a disclaimer.
Yeah, no, it was never forceful. In my spirit, it felt very forceful.
That's right.
Because I was like, why is she touching me?
Because I love you.
Stop touching me. And I realize now, which is another thing that, like another impact that our friendship has had on us, Wuti, it all comes from that place of coming from a family where your efforts and your love and all of that is always rejected.
Yes.
Right? And even in my friendships, I've never had friends who wanna kiss me. Like, why? Oh, look at me. You know? And it's because we were wounded in the same sort of way, right? And now in this friendship, I'm learning that, hey man, accept people's bids for love. I'm not sure when you want people who love you and people who choose you. This is how they do that. You know, this is how they express that. And the craziest thing actually happened when I was coming back from Asia. Obviously we met up at the airport. So good to see you. Love you loads.
Cry. Oh, I cried. I cried.
And then we hung out at Mall of Africa after that. And I remember when we were leaving, when I was driving you to your Uber, we sort of like quickly hugged goodbye because we were like in a no parking zone vibes. We sort of hugged quickly, and then I kissed you on the cheek, and then it was like, okay, bye. As I was driving home, I said, what the heck was that? I said, did you just kiss her? Like, I was so dumbfounded by that.
And that was a week ago.
I said, why on earth did I do that?
And for me, it was just like,
normal.
It's normal.
For you, it was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. Let's kiss, let's hug, let's love on each other.
Even young shocker so much in the balcony, I drove home in silence because my brain was like, what did I just do? That was so weird. Why did I do that? But I recognize now, I'm accustomed to the fact that these are bids of love that we give each other. And the fact that I even felt that urge, can just tell you, number one, angihakani khona umuntu oyi-one successful la emhlabeni nangu akekho munye. Thank you so much. I think another interesting fact about us actually is the fact that we don't really fight. You know, and people always have, or people rather have this idea of if you don't fight, you guys are fake friends, right? But I just think we're so similar.
We are. Like,
so
I think
similar.
we're actually if not the same person in a way, but different.
Same but different. Yeah. And I'm happy that we don't fight.
I'm happy about that too.
Yeah, we're...
and I also think if we were to fight, because of the type of people we are, we would be able to navigate that.
I think that we are incapable of fighting. Because of the type of people that we are, right? I don't think we like fighting. I don't think anybody likes fighting, right? But I saw a meme thing, you know, where they write like a cute quote on Instagram that said, when a giver meets a giver, like it's so beautiful, wara, the relationship is symbiotic and whatever. And I think that is so true about us, right? And I think that's why we don't fight, right? Because you try to protect me the exact same way I try to protect
110%.
you all the time. Sometimes I go as far as, you know what would Nolu, what is best for her?
Yes.
Yeah, what is best for her right now? Even if the situation is not even best for me.
Yes.
Right? Like I'm able to put you
put
you
first, yes.
above myself.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's why I say I actually think we're incapable of fighting, because we're just always
and
looking
I think,
out for each other. Like, you can do denial.
Yeah. And I also think it's telling to even how we make decisions.
Oh, yes. That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah. Like, because of how we are, we're not like, what's best for the other person?
Yeah.
That's how we always, and we always reach a common ground based off of looking out for each other.
Yes, definitely. And I mean, there are certain things that we both understand about each other.
Yeah.
Like, I know, or rather, you and I are similar in. I'll give you guys an example.
Yeah.
We're similar in the fact that we carry like a huge mental load all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
Like, kuhlale kunomcabango singabomcabangisi, right?
Literally.
Yeah, like there's always something to do, to solve, to think about, like in our brains. And so when we come together, we always try to make that
as easy.
I try to take from your mental load, and you try to take from my mental 100%, load, right?
Yes.
So even when we do make decisions, it's not coming from a place of, oh great, I'm finally with my friend, she can pick up the slack. But it's like, how can I pick up the slack for her so she doesn't have to?
Yes.
You know, and the funniest thing is that every time we have to make a decision, we're always like, I'm good with whatever you're good with.
Yeah, okay. And I'll also say, I'm good. Yeah.
And once we say that 2 or 3 times, that literally signals to my brain, it goes, okay, Shamuka Tele. Then I'll make a suggestion. I'll just be like, how about Nando's?
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, I'm good with Nando's. Cool, let's go. And then sometimes we'll go back and forth as well. Like maybe 2-3 times, and you'll recognize, you know what, maybe Jojo doesn't want to think.
Yeah. Let me think for us.
Let me think for us. Let me make this decision right now.
Fast.
Right?
Yeah.
So I really, really love that. So that's another impact that our friendship has had on me. It's just to realize that what we have is so incredibly special.
Yeah.
And I feel rare in like our time or of society or wherever society is, right? And I think testament to that is how long I've had to search and search from age 17 until you and I were locked in, right? And it's also taught me to just be so much kinder to people, you know, because I'm just like, shame.
You're so crazy for that.
Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. I don't mean shame in a bad way. But I mean it like in a, like, how can I give you a piece of this?
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's sort of the same place that our podcast was birthed from, right? It's just this realization of people don't have the type of relationship that we have, and they don't have the luxury even to have this type of relationship, right? They haven't had the luck.
Someone actually said that to me, that like not everybody, because with me, when I go through stuff, I'm just like, quick, call Ginger, we'll figure this out, right? But then other people don't have that luxury, you know?
Exactly.
They don't have those people, so it's such like we've hit the jack.
Like, I swear, in you know? And so just to try to create that same space for people to come in and be safe with other women and stuff. And I mean, I rightfully so. A lot of women are very traumatized in my friendship.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and then some of the reels, they even say it's even worse than heartbreak.
Exactly. So it's just that thing of, wow, you know, how can I be kinder to you? You know, sometimes when people tell you their problem, it's just like, why are you telling me all of this? Or you hear so-and-so is going through whatever. There's not a single thing in me that doesn't say, shame, you know what, and you know what, that person doesn't have that sort of support system, that sort of friendship, reach out to this person, you know, find out how they're doing, try to bring them into the fold. Uyangazi-ke ngiyawathanda ama-speakers, ngiyathanda ukubring abantu into the fold.
That's your favorite thing.
To our friendship, because I'm just like, come get in peace.
Get in
oh,
peace.
This goodness, this is so good. This is so good, I could kiss it. It's so good. It's so good. But yeah, let me see what my second point is so we can wrap my part up. Oh yes, shame. You know what? I've just said it. That was my second point. Was Mall of Africa. Okay, my third point was the fact that I am so much smarter now that we're friends. Like, I don't know what I was before we became close. Yeah. But even more, right? Whenever we come together, I always learn something new. Like all the time. Oh, I learn a new way of like approaching something. Or like a new way of thinking about something. I'm a lot more business minded also. I'm a business. I tend you know this. Yeah. I start and remove and build and rebuild. And I'm a business. 50 million a day because of your like work ethic and stuff. And I mean, you've said this countless times on this podcast, because that's something that's a little bit, it comes from a toxic place. Yeah. A place of, oh my gosh, I'm so wounded. Yeah. Hyper independent stuff. But for me, that's been so beneficial because Mina naturally, umuntu othi, let's see where life takes you. I'm going with the flow. God, I'm trusting you. Nothing else. I don't have plans. Yeah. We'll just see, you know. But particularly this year, I've learned how to plan, implement, execute. Let's go. What can you do? Let's do something, you know? Isn't this njalo? And just the type of conversations that we have are so nuanced, right? It's conversations that leave me thinking with, wow, I never thought of it like this. Or based off of that conversation, I can tackle this like this, you know? So I think that's actually one of my favorite things about our friendship. And I've learned all of that from Yay. Right. How perfect am I? Tell us. Tell the world.
But perfect. Queen kanjani.
I'm so
Queen
dead.
Ginger.
I'm so dead. Yeah.
Okay, so one of my first points, right? Obviously, I just want to say again and reiterate. I love you.
Siyathandana.
Oh, baby.
Siyathandana.
I love Ginger so much, guys. Like, I obviously have like a couple of friends, right?
A couple? Don't lie on a public platform. Don't lie. You have a plethora of friends. Gazillion friends.
I have a gazillion friends. But my relationship with you is so close and dear to my heart. I'm so grateful for you. Like, he cute. Yeah. So one of my points, I'll get started with my points, right? I think the biggest thing for me, or a way that you've poured into me, is how you offer yourself, right? Like, you always have an attitude to serve, to help, to consider, you know? And for me, I'm always, like you've mentioned, I'm always someone who always carries the mental load.
Absolutely.
How can I make this? But with you, in my relationship with you, I know that we're like the same.
Yeah, you can be a receiver.
Yes. Like, I literally wrote here, allowing myself to be helped by you, right? Because I'd always feel guilty. I'll tell you this.
I know.
I'd always feel guilty. Like, if Ginger says, for example, oh, come, let's do this. Oh, come, like, in different occasions, right? Or where you've helped me, right? But then it's like, I don't need to do this alone.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a friend.
Yeah.
Wow.
That feels good.
That feels so good. Like, I need more. Give me 14 of those right now.
Spectacular. Give me 14 of these right now.
Right now,
I'll take 14, yeah.
Yeah. And then I also have here that you're so considerate.
Oh, thank you.
Like, ujinja uyacabangelana 24/7, 7 days a week. When
Siyaglazana kahle kahle on this episode. This is a glazing episode. Yeah.
uyacabangela, like you're always so considerate, dude. Like even Ginger obviously just comes back from Asia, right?
Yeah.
And Thailand. I mean, I wasn't expecting that anything. Like I was not expecting it. But then when we get here, Ginger says, guys, let's meet up. Just like you always bring us together.
Yeah.
And she had these cute, I'm a sweetie, I'm a waleti, like the thoughtfulness and the consideration. And you didn't even, for me, like it was like you didn't just, oh, I'm in Asia.
Yeah.
I'm living my best life. You thought of us. You thought of your friends, you know. And so you always consider it. And I think a recent thing that I really, really love about us is that we debrief almost on a day-to-day.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite.
That's my
thing.
favorite.
Oh, I could touch
the
it.
hem.
If I could touch it.
That is my favorite. That's thing.
Yeah.
I find myself even like it could be something so silly. Like the other day, I think I was like literally making you choose shoes.
Yes.
Baby, the white ones, you know, it could be
yes.
something so silly like that, but I can rely on you for that. And it just feels so good, man.
It does.
Man.
Same.
And another thing, right? I'm a big yapper, I will say. Like, I'm someone who, I'm sure you guys know.
When you only ADHD, on this podcast. When you need to get diagnosed.
I'm a big yapper, right? But my yapping has a limit.
What
right?
do you mean? Like your social battery runs out?
No, I mean like I don't say everything.
Oh, yes.
But with you...
I know this about you.
But with you, I tell you everything. Like, Nikchela, you could probably know, I'm sure you know what color I'm wearing today.
I don't think I do.
But
I haven't
that's the point I'm trying to make. Like,
but I will say, it wasn't always like that.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't. That guy said, I'm a big yapper, but...
Yeah, I will show everything.
Yeah.
You would tell me some stuff, and then I would later find out that you didn't tell me the whole story.
Yes.
But now, I realize that you tell me everything because you'll try to limit how much you tell me. And then randomly you'll be like, oh my gosh, you know what, yesterday... I was supposed to tell you this, and then I didn't tell you. Yeah. But let me tell you the whole story now.
Yes.
Like, this and this and this happened.
Yes.
And I'm just like...
And I think that's also like...
Yeah,
it's like I'm very guarded, right?
Yeah,
I'm very talkative, but I'm also guarded. But I feel the safety with you to share. Like, because sometimes it's like, will they judge me? Will they? But with you, it's just like, I can say whatever I need to say. You know, I can say my piece. I can cry. I can be myself, right?
Yeah, true.
So that's another one of my points. And our friendship heals me.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, I'm saying a lot.
So God, I know.
It heals me so much, like engaging with you, engaging with the type of woman you are, where we want to go. You know, there's so much wisdom that you always impart on me, right? Like Ujinja is, I don't know what she's saying. I don't know what she said when she was saying, I'm so much smarter. Now
I am.
No, I don't. You always been smart. Always been smart.
A little bit.
You know, and I think engaging with you, I've learns how much smarter you are, you know, and how much you can share and how much... Ginger knows a whole lot about like psychology. Is that right? Yeah. Psychology. So much she knows about the Bible and how we can engage about the Bible, you know. There's so much I learned from you, right? And I will say like when, and obviously we had our friendship, but I'd always be like, wow, Ginger has everything. She's figured out life. Wow. Girl. Like, I would always be like, oh, and I'm still in awe. Like, I'm always...
That's crazy.
You know, and it's crazy to me when you say, like, you also feel the same about me. But I mean, I've always felt like, wow, Ginger, yes, Ginger, like, isn't those yahlangana? And I love that for my girl.
Yeah.
You know? And I think I've always seen you as a point of inspiration, I will say. Like, someone like you, you know, you always just turn things around. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So shout out to you, my
Thank
girl.
you. Literally, I'm so perfect.
You're so perfect. Dude.
I'm joking.
I'm not done though. I have one last point.
Cool.
Also, like another thing I will say is that CP for positive. Like singaba sit down, but go up.
Yeah. Kuhlale ku-up.
Go
That's the thing.
up the side.
Kuhlale ku-up, yeah.
Never have I come to you and given you my problem and then yavele yaba even worse.
Yeah. Orange. Sekuyinkinga why?
Yeah.
No.
Sola ama solutions.
Yeah.
And also another sorry.
Run it.
This is not on my notes. Another important point.
Yeah.
So I am someone who I recently learned that I also really, really like one of my love languages, or one of the most important ones, is words of affirmation, right? I don't know if you know this, but you're someone that affirms you have the right things to say. Like
you know what? That I will say about myself. I am a certified hype man.
You are,
but I'm not lying.
You're not. Yeah.
I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not lying.
And for me, that's poured into me because I'm just like, wow. You need that, you know, because for me, I'm also someone, I will say not obviously probably, I don't want to say this, like, I don't want to talk about relationships and stuff, but I always try to pour words to people and, you know, try and write them cute little notes and, you know, but I've realized that's a way that I wanted to be poured into. And that's a way that you've poured into me without even noting or realizing. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. And I'll do it until I die.
Do it until the day I'm
here. Till the day I die. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Hey,
if you can just touch the hem.
I swear, like this friendship has been like one of the best things that's ever happened to me. And a part of me feels like because I don't have like long-standing friendships in my life, that maybe there's a possibility that this could like possibly also not be long-standing.
Over my dead.
I swear. It makes me feel a little bit I don't know, like kind of reserved sometimes. But I'm just realizing that no, man, like I said in our previous episode, I don't know if that episode is out or not, but like relationships literally take intentionality, right? And for as long as I want to be in this, then I will continue to do what I need to do to be in this. And for as long as you want to be in this, you will continue to do what you need to be in this.
But also, I will say, to add on to that, like, it's not like I'll continue to do in a way that is...
In a laborious way. No.
It's I'll continue to do this because I love you, because I want you to win, because I want you to be right and good and happy, you know? It's not in a like, nyasindwa yena, no, it's not in that kind of way.
It's not in that way at all, you know? And I pray to God that like we'll always have this feeling, you know, of I continuously want to be in your life. I continuously want to be in your space. And I will do whatever it takes to have that access to you, right? Because I love you, you know, and I don't picture like a future or like a life without you, because I'm just like, ngingayenzani, especially because I'm not the type of person who has your amazing skill of making a plethora of friends. Always having the capacity to welcome a brand new friend, right? So like for real, I don't know what I would do. Like I don't know what I would do, and I'm just so grateful and thankful that this is where we are. And I foresee.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Literally, thank you, God. Because
you show me your love through Ginger.
I swear. I swear.
Literally, like I kid you not.
I know how much you love me because
of you. Literally.
Like serious. Like that's literally what it is. And now that we are done glazing each other, this is the end of our episode. One thing that I will say to end of this episode is that our prayer and our heart for our platform is to create relationships like ours, right? And we're not saying we're the Beyonce of friendships, right? And people have different needs, okay? So someone may come into a friendship with me and just be like, I don't know what the heck Notando was talking about. I'm not having fun. I'm
not having a good time.
This is not fun at all. That's not what I'm experiencing, right? But that's why we want to have a band of women who can come in and find people who are both givers or, you know, people who match each other.
Both takers, I'm kidding.
But yeah, well, people that you can match with, you know, and people who have God's heart for you, you know, and people who are always looking out for you, and people who love you and continuously support you and want to continue to have access with you, and will do whatever it takes to continue to have that access to, right? So that they can pour into you and that you can pour into them. Literally the same, you know, if not more. So we hope that this is well received and that you can see that the hearts that we have for each other is the hearts that we have for our community. And with that said, subscribe. Otherwise, we do. But thank you so much for tuning in, guys.
Thank you so
this was
much.
a much needed episode. Loved it so much.
I loved it too.
And Ucheka 60, we have to step. So with that said, thank you so much for tuning into our episode. I'm so smitten now. I don't even know what else to say.
My cheeks are so...
I'm so smitten. But thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at _Genesis Wholeness Wellness. Follow me on Instagram at Ginger in Real Life. Nolu, where can people find you?
Lou _Unseller.
And that's all.
Period.
Subscribe. Nizoigula sis yofa.
Subscriber.
Thank you so much to those who are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, see you same time next week, same place, hopefully with a subscription this time, okay? We love you so much and we will see you in our next one.
That is so
Bye.
funny. Bye.